Hey guys, welcome to week 7. We've got another full body workout for you, 8 exercises, and we are emphasizing the upper body today, so I'll show you how that looks in just a second, but the tools you'll need today are really simple. We're limiting it to a belt and your towel, so everyone should have these in your home. There may be some exercises today that some of you might choose to skip or substitute, but this is all you're going to need for our workout today. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We're starting with an exercise that you should be familiar with by now, which is our pullover. We're going to get the upper back and shoulders on this one. So here, you may remember I'm sitting down, and we're adding something new to this today. I'm going to suggest you take your towel, put it on the front of your knees. We're leaning forward at the waist, shoulder width stance, and then elbows into the front of your knees here. I want to focus on contracting my upper back, which is right here, my latissimus dorsi muscle group. So I want to feel those muscles working. I'm driving those elbows as if I was doing a pullover movement. We're doing our 1 minute static hold. We're driving the elbows down for the first 30 seconds at about half strength, and then the last 30 seconds for full strength, as hard as you can drive those elbows into your knees. Breathing as you're going on all of these exercises. So again, that's addressing my upper back, and I'm getting some shoulder work on that. That's exercise number 1. From that, we're going to do something new. We're going to go right into an arm curl. This is replicating the bicep curl on the A line. And so what we're going to do with our towel today is put it right in between my upper and lower arm, and then I'm squeezing in like this, as if I was doing that bicep curl. I'm doing a 60-second squeeze. Again, 30 seconds half strength, 30 seconds full strength, trying to pull my grip towards my shoulder. So I'm mimicking that bicep curl movement, but we're just staying in the top, squeezing, doing that time static contraction for 1 minute on this guy. So that's my biceps, essentially isolating the upper arm, the front of your upper arm. That's exercise 2. For number 3, we're going to do a variation of our push-up. And so remember, you've got 3 ways to do this. You can do it off of your feet, off of your knees, or off of a kitchen counter, which would be a little bit higher than this guy here. I'll do it off of my feet, but we're just doing a 1 minute static hold, 1/3 of the way down from the top. So we're putting you in a position where it's a little tougher to hold that than in a locked out position. So I would do something like this. I'd start here, I'd go down approximately 1/3, and I'm just going to hold this position for 1 minute. Again, head is neutral, I'm looking down, I'm not extending my head up, I'm not letting my hips droop. Keep my torso straight when I'm going down 1/3, and then holding for 60 seconds, and then I am done. All right? So again, either off the feet, off the knees, or leaning into a kitchen counter 1/3, all working the same muscles at different levels of intensity. You just have to choose the one that matches your level of strength. So that's exercise number 3. Now we're going to go into our lateral raise. You may remember this one from several weeks ago. We're going to do it a little differently this week. We're going to use a belt, because I know everyone has a belt hanging in their closet at home. So now, on this one, what we're doing, we're sitting on the belt, and for my lateral raise, I'm replicating the lateral raise here in the studio, which is exercise number 6 on the A line. I'm isolating the deltoid, which is basically your shoulder. I'm going to have you grab a couple inches out on that belt, and I don't want your arm locked straight. I want a little bend in your arm, and I want your arms forward just a little bit. We're not going directly straight out to the side here. We want our wrist and our hand a little bit in front of my torso. So I'm grabbing up a few inches, bending the elbow forward, and then I'm attempting to lift myself up here. Again, a 30-second half strength, 30-second full strength, 1 minute time static contraction. I'm basically replicating this movement pattern. If I had some dumbbells or if I was on the machine, this is the movement pattern I'd be doing. But we're going up a couple inches and then just pulling from that angle. So that's 1 minute. Isolating the shoulder, we call this a rotary exercise, pivoting around a single joint, working a single muscle group, which is the deltoid. So that's our next exercise. The next one is going to be what we describe as trunk extension. Now this is our lower body and low back exercise. This is going to work the muscles of the lower spine, the rector spinae muscles. It's going to work your hips, and it's going to work your hamstrings on the back of your femur, your upper leg. So it's a phenomenal exercise. Again, not everyone is going to be able to do it, but I'm choosing the easiest version of this exercise. There's several different ways you can do it. This is the most doable, but you'll still feel those muscles working hard for those of you who choose to do this one. So we call this a prone trunk extension. You're going to be laying on the ground face down. Let's show you what that looks like. So I'll get down on the floor, and I'm going to put my arms behind myself like this, and what I'm basically doing is attempting to lift my head and shoulders off the ground as well as my feet and arms. So I'm doing this. I'm going up as high as I can, hold this for about 3 seconds, and then come down to a real soft touch slowly, and then right back up. Feet up, shoulders up as far as you can, hold it for 3 seconds, come back down. Now that, I can feel that here and in the hamstring. So very short range of motion, but very demanding and direct stimulus to those muscle groups. So this is our lower body exercise, hips, hamstrings, and a little bit of low back. We call that trunk extension, prone trunk extension, facing down on the floor. Now then we're going to go into our crunch. Slight variation to the crunch today. We've been going up and down with our crunches. So now what I would like you to do is you're lying on the floor. As a reminder, I just pull my heels towards my hips, so this is my foot position. I'm starting with my shoulder blades down, head on the ground, grabbing my shoulders. Today we're going to do a 1 minute static hold. So I'm just going to lift my shoulder blades off the ground, push my spine down into the mat, and go to about right here, keeping my head neutral. I'm doing a 1 minute hold in this position. Breathing as you go, and already within a few seconds I can feel my abs working to hold this posture. So 1 minute hold, keeping the head neutral. I don't want to flex forward like this, and at the end of a minute I'm just coming down and relaxing. Breathing as you go. Okay, that's my abdominal wall, the rectus abdominis muscles from the bottom of your rib cage down to your pelvis. So after that, we're going to do a neck extension. We're going to get the muscles on the back of your neck, which are very important muscles for spinal fitness. We're going to do a 1 minute static hold on this one. Also, we're going to use your towel. And so just roll that full-size bath towel up into something like this. And as I lay down, I'm basically supporting my neck by putting this right here, and then I'm just laying down. And what I'm doing here is trying to drive my head back into the ground through a rotational movement. So I'm just driving down into the towel for, again, 1 full minute, 30 seconds half strength, 60 seconds full strength. So just work at a level that you're comfortable working at, but I can feel this through the back of my neck and my upper spine. So very productive, simple exercise, critically important muscle group. Neck strength and just general fitness is something that's frequently ignored in today's world. So we'll get the back of your upper neck on that one. And then we'll finish with lower body again, doing those heel raises, either 2 feet at a time, 2 legs at a time, or 1. Remember how to do this? You're just standing on the floor. You're going up with 2 as high as you can. 5 seconds up, hold for 1 second. Come down to a light touch on the heel, real soft, and then right back up. slow and easy, 5 seconds, hold it for 1 second, back down. Again, if that's too easy, 10 repetitions, too easy, I would do one leg at a time. Same thing, up in 5, hold for a second, come down in 5, and repeat for 10 repetitions on each leg. So that's our workout, guys. Very simple. You only need a towel and a belt to do this. I'm going to suggest that you customize this workout. We've been talking a little bit about that in previous weeks, but again, if you have to take a short rest in between exercises, go ahead and do that. If you can move exercise to exercise, minimizing rest, go ahead and do that and challenge yourself. So customize it to your level of strength and muscular fitness so that it challenges you, but it doesn't feel so overwhelming that you just avoid doing it altogether. So I want you to take a little bit of customization into consideration with the workout. We're still recommending 2 of these workouts per week. You can do a Tuesday, Friday, Monday, Thursday, lots of different scenarios that you could do to accommodate 2 full workouts per week. We're still recommending your 20 grams of protein following the strength workout. Not only is that good for your muscles, that's good for other reasons in terms of just general good nutrition and displacing low-calorie foods in your diet. So our protein guide will help you there. And then my recommended viewing this week is our seminar entitled Food Fiction. We tackle 4 of the big eating misconceptions. We talk about what is clean eating and how you can get into trouble with clean eating. We talk about the myth of fruit and high fructose corn syrup. We talk about macros and why you don't have to be obsessed over macros. So it's a great short lecture, Food Fiction. You'll have the link in the email that I'm sending you, but that's my recommended viewing for this week. Looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Hope you're holding up and doing well. If you have questions, you can email me at richard@medfitnessprogram.com, and I will see you next week.